Good morning. Fish feeding time. Get them, tilapias. Get them. Well, yesterday was kind of wicked. I had all sorts of withdrawal symptoms that were just insane. I mean, it was crazy. I had the shakes, chills, fever. It was not good at all. It was one of the worst days I think I've ever had in my life. I think I need to fix this today. Feed some goldfish. There you go, guys. Enjoy. Work on the garden here. And there's something else I was going to do. I can't think of it right now. Oh yeah, make breakfast. I can have oatmeal. I really enjoyed this oatmeal. It looks like birdseed almost. Weirdest thing. After this boils, I'll put it in and it simmers for 20 minutes. And then the coffee enema takes about 15, so it works out perfectly. Breakfast after coffee. So I don't know about you, but there's some things that I look forward to, and believe it or not, it is this little blop right here. My oatmeal with some honey and maple syrup really is making my day. That was definitely one of the best breakfasts I ever had, and now I have some fruits and vegetables with some probiotics in it. They don't seem to be mixing up very well, but cheers. Since I've been working on these different designs, I've put in many different holes and had different things plumbed different ways, and unfortunately we had a bad storm, and well, you know, everything sort of got ripped up. So now I got to take this whole thing off and duct tape it with green duct tape. All right, with the greenhouse down, I can show you a little bit more in depth on how my aquaponics system works. First of all, I'm plugging everything back. This is how I keep my air stones down. I put this in a T and a little bit of pipe to hold it down, and now that will weigh down my bubbles. And you notice that the bubbles are still working because it's on a battery backup. This is a IBC container. I have a thermometer here, says that it's 80 degrees. This is the working of my aquaponics system. I have a riser tube here that, because of gravity, will flow this way into a swirl tank. The water is pumped up from the pump over there, and it comes in here, and this is my overflow, and also a skimmer, just in case, you know, there's too much food here. You'll go down over to the sump tank, which is where my goldfish are living right now. The solid waste from the bottom of this tank is going to go down into this rain barrel that I converted over to a swirl tank using a 2-inch pipe. It goes down, all the solids stay on the bottom, the good water is skimmed off the top and flows back over to the sump tank. This right here is an overflow, just in case something happens. Water will continue, just in case it continues to rise, it'll overflow back into my sump tank. Everything I got going on over here has a catastrophic emergency. Oops, something happened, and water will not flow out all over the place, and I will not lose my fish. Anyways, I have 2 half of IBC containers, and those are my grow beds. So in my 2 grow beds, I have expanded clay pellets, which are very light, they float. And I have a system, it's called a bell siphon. Water will flow up to the top, overflow with this thing on it. It will continue to siphon everything down and into my sump tank until it gets to the bottom. And then that right there will create a release of air, and then it will start flowing, it will start filling back up again. Catastrophic overflow will flow into this in case it gets too high here. I also have another catastrophic overflow in case that gets clogged. Water will drain back out to my sump tank. Oops, I don't have one on here. I better make sure that this is alright. I got a different type of bell siphon here. It has a tube on it. I'm growing some sort of melon. I'm not sure which one this is. The water is pumped up through here. There is a container in here where the sump is, so in case something happens and water does overflow everywhere, the sump tank will go down to where my fingers are. It'll finish draining this barrel, but the rest of the water will stay at that one level, so I will not lose my fish or a bunch of water in my tank. I also have another PVC hydroponics thing where I'm growing lettuce and other fun things in here. Water's pumped up into here. Water drains all the way down here. It goes down here and back into the sump tank. That is the basic workings of my aquaponics system. And I'm also growing duckweed. I have extra water here that I fill up with the hose just in case something happens and I need to fill up my tank. I need some good water, and you don't want to use any hose water because of fluoride and bleach that's in it. With the greenhouse cover on and solar heating system that I'm going to be putting in place, which will consist of these tubes right here painted black on an upside down fish tank that has a leak in it, will be my solar water heater for the winter time. And I'll be able to grow my tilapia until they get to about 1.5 pounds and be able to eat the fish, eat fruits and vegetables that are in my grow beds throughout the winter. How cool is that? I won't be able to live off grid, but I will be able to supplement the food that I get over at Whole Foods or the grocery store. Let's turn on the system. I'll show you how it works. All right, with a flick of a switch, the main pump comes on right there. Starts water flowing into my tank. And all right, so water is flowing in here. Once it reaches up a certain level, it'll continue to flow over here to my swirl tank, and it will skim everything off of here. Since water is going up here, it's also coming into the grow bed, so it's going off to both directions. I can control the flow on both beds with that. For now, I have a pump that's pumping water into the top of that, but I will plumb another T will come up this way and come over here and feed that, but I just haven't had time to get that done yet. I have a pump right there that's pumping oxygen using a Venturi into my my duckweed pond, and so nothing goes to waste. I also have a compost. As the water flows into here, it's going to get to a certain level. Once it gets to the top of that, it'll create a suction and it'll pour out, just like this one right here is starting. So it got up to a certain level, and now the water is pouring back into the sump tank. I don't even know how I'm going to begin to get this thing done. I may not have time to do it today, but I'll do it tomorrow. Anyway, hope you enjoyed my video. I'm feeling much better today. I'm much clearer head, and I feel much better. So day 3, feeling amazing. Oh, and I stepped on the scale. No spoilers, but holy smokes, you will not believe how much weight I've lost so far. Anyways, see y'all tomorrow.